Today, I'm going to walk you through three awesome things that you can do with Claude. So, the first thing is you are newly hired at a company. Your company is unsophisticated. You guys don't have a good month end close checklist. I will tell you that having a good month end close checklist is the lifeblood of being a good accounting department. And in about 2 sentences, I was able to create a month-end close checklist for a tech startup that is looking to do a 10-day close. So going through it, basically went and created a pretty comprehensive task list to magnify what this does. You can even say, hey, let's roll this forward to March close. So once you're all done with this, you can then go in and have it roll through. Now, I will point out that I did not use Opus. That's obviously the larger, better model for tasks like this. Sonnet 4.5 is good enough. So now it's going to go through and update all of these dates, I would assume, to April. So let's see how that goes through it. And as it's working through, unless maybe it's doing it on a second sheet. Nope, it's doing it here. Oh, it's updating these here. Got it. Honestly, like if you guys aren't doing this, like you need to do this and then send it out to your team, store it into your SharePoint, your Google Drive, wherever the heck you store your files, and make sure that people are actively using it. It is so important. It's just awesome. It even puts little like lists that you can put in, because then I'm assuming that if you were to click in progress, awesome, changes the color. It's going to update this here. Like, this is great. This is better than what I've seen other people use. And then there you go. Calendar due date is updated. So that's the first of 3 tips that I want to share with you guys. All right. Tip number 2, Claude Cowork. If you've never used it, I think now's the time that you're going to have to change that. So first thing you do, actually 30,000 foot view here, is it kind of works like Claude Code, but I call it Claude Code for normies. You point it in a general folder in a general area, and then it could do more powerful things like Claude Code can, but you don't have to worry about like writing code, deciphering code. Claude Cowork will do that stuff behind the scenes, and the experience is similar to Claude. So a common use case that people pick, and so I'm going to kind of showcase this to you guys as well, is go to your downloads folder. I gave it access. There's, I think, like 365 items in there. And all I'm going to say is, hey, I want to delete everything in this folder, but I don't know if there's anything worth keeping. Can you read through my files and let me know? Please redact any client or confidential information. So I don't know about you guys, but anytime that I'm faced with a ginormous downloads folder, I do what any wise person would do, and I just delete everything. And then I figure out, crap, I actually needed that document or that Excel or whatever it might be. And so, yeah, I've done that one too many times. And so this is kind of like a CYA. Before I go and do that, I just run it and see if there's anything that needs to be kind of partitioned out. So while this runs, I'm just going to kind of explain what's happening here. It spins up a virtual machine. And what it basically does is it is only allowed to play within your downloads folder, or the folder that you give it access to. And when it goes in there, it runs Claude Code in the background, but as the user, you don't have to worry about it. So you get the power of Claude Code, which I've talked about a lot, and I'm actually going to talk about it as my 3rd tip, but you don't have to worry about like deciphering code. Like, this is all like normal chat speak that most people would be able to like, understand. And I think that's the power of Claude Cowork, is that it brings the power of Claude Code to what I'll call normies. And honestly, it's pretty sweet. So I'm just going to let this run, and I'll cut the video back once it's all done and we can kind of talk about it. Okay. So fun fact, I just had HubSpot 2FA codes sitting in my downloads folder that were about to get deleted. And it flagged it as a large security finding. I would argue that that's probably not as big as Claude Code or Claude Cowork thinks it is, but that's fine. There's about 1.1 gigs of just stuff that I can delete. That's awesome. There's some signed legal documents, some team headshots. I mean, like, this is exactly what I would expect, right? So the natural progression of this, if I was to keep going through with this, is like, okay, partition out the ones that are worth keeping, delete the ones that are not worth keeping. I would review this full audit here that goes through and talks about smokes, everything that's in there. Like, again, would you rather go through this, or would you rather go through 365 different files? Like, this is like a no-brainer, right? And I know I'm not alone when I say that this is 100% something that a lot of people do. I've seen people's download folders. I've seen people's desktops. It's an absolute nightmare. So this is just one quick and easy thing that you can do with Cowork. So let's move on to number 3. All right. This third one is about Claude Code. So I've given you Claude in Excel, Claude Cowork, and now this one's Claude Code. I'm not going to give you like the behind the scenes look at this, but I want to give you the output. So on the right hand side, we have what our website currently is under Squarespace. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I absolutely hate our website. I think it looks like someone from that's 5 years old put it together, or their first website. I hate how Squarespace doesn't allow you the flexibility to like actually do things. And in the new age of AI, you could just do so many cool things, and it doesn't allow you to. Like, this is what our blogs look like. I don't even think I would read our blogs if I had to land on this. I'll be honest with you. But anyways, so on the left-hand side is what I put together using Claude Code. It is absolutely insane. It was able to replicate and then make our site, in my opinion, way better in 2.5 days. I don't know if you guys know this, but website redesigns cost anywhere between like $15,000 to $30,000. I think at one point we got quoted dollars, and I did this in 2.5 days. So again, what I wanted to do right off the bat was do a 1-for-1 switch, with obviously making it look like a little bit nicer, but to just make sure that I kept the feel of the original. Now, the whole point is to obviously then go and upgrade it with time. But even like stuff like, here's kind of what it looks like in old ways. Here's kind of what it looks like under the new method. And then I'll show you guys kind of like blogs side by side, because I think this is probably the most like jarring, is here's that, and then here's that. It just looks nicer, in my opinion. I could just be biased, but like, I would rather read this on the left than this on the right. And so, yeah, like everything just kind of like works a lot nicer. Even like little things, I think it's Meet the Team, like having the picture in the background like that. I don't know, like it's stuff like that like I'm a nerd. So I obviously like that. But you just like weren't able to do that. Like, this is what our Meet the Team page looked like. Here's what the Meet the Team page looks like over here. I was able to like put in custom buttons for everybody, quickly put in locations. Like, it's just so nice and fluid. And it was able to just quickly transition all like 168 pages over. So anyways, I wanted just to give you guys a quick shout out to like, this is what the output of what Claude Code could be. And it's honestly just working with it in natural language. Yeah. Those are 3, I guess, tips, or 3 different ways you can work with Claude. I absolutely love Claude. And I think we're living in such an amazing period. I just want to keep sharing information with you guys, and honestly, like, learn from everybody, because everyone's kind of doing it, right? So let me know what you think. And if the new website actually looks good, or if it looks like crap, I will take any and all feedback. Thanks.